The Batman is a perfect film. The cinematography, the symbolism, and the inspired passion behind it. The sound design, the score, the writing, the structure. Every aspect in it makes it a cohesive, beautiful piece that has made it into perfection. And in this video, I want to investigate how it achieved that. Specifically in this video of this series, I'll be covering the symbolism in the film and how it relates to the plot and characters overall. The funeral scene. We can all tell that Bruce is struggling, not only with his own mental health, but with his own identity. Not only does he not know who he is, but he's unsure who he must become, and that goes for being Batman and Bruce. At the beginning of the film, the mayor is murdered by the Riddler, causing his son to be without his father. Although he still has a mother, the death and the fact that he was murdered is obviously very traumatic. Another thing too, at the very beginning of the film, when Riddler is stalking the mayor, we see his son stabbing and murdering the mayor in a playful, fake way. This is obviously foreshadowing for what is about to happen to the mayor. Anyway, it's clear that these two characters have similar trauma, and I believe the funeral scene and the baptism scene at the end of the film are both perfect representations of that. During the film, not only does Batman connect with Mitchell's son, but he also does as Bruce. When Batman is leaving the crime scene, he gives a mournful, solemn, and empathetic stare to Mitchell's son, which is a setup for the relationship throughout the rest of the film. However, the funeral scene is the perfect representation of Bruce's emotional journey throughout the entirety of the film, specifically him comforting his younger self after his parents have died. Using his trauma to help others instead of holding on to the pain and making himself a permanently stoic, depressed, and socially reclusive individual. So let's dive into how and why.
I'm gonna go pay my respects. Will you wait for me? I want to continue this.
This represents Bruce's acknowledgement of his pain and his past. He's watching over himself, curious, and trying to understand himself. Mitchell's son could also be a representation of Bruce at a younger age, a mirror. As he stares back at Bruce, he sees a premonition of what he will become, a figure of brooding, serious stoicism. This could sum up Bruce's younger self and give us an insight into that as well. The two reflect each other's mental states perfectly and give us not only insights to their characters now, but later as well. This choir here is foreshadowing to Riddler, and also a little bit of a callback to his theme at the beginning of the film. This also shows the connection between Bruce's family and the Riddler. And there's another aspect of it too for setting up later in the film when Riddler actually sings Ave Maria at Arkham Asylum. Matt Reeves, the director, actually spoke about it on the commentary. So here, that clip is.
And when I saw the cut of the movie, I realized that there's this moment which we had in the script, which Paul does amazingly, where he sings Ave Maria in this very unsettling way. And I realized that that theme had to start at the beginning of the movie and lead inevitably, so that when you finally heard it, there was no question why you were hearing it. And so here we have the children who could be a choir like the choir that Ed Nashton was in as he was a child.
Can I talk to you? Gil Colson is missing.
What?
Hasn't been heard from since last night.
Christ, not again. Hey, Mr. Wayne. You got people looking for him, Jim?
Sent a couple guys to his house, nothing.
What did his wife say?
She hadn't heard from him.
This represents Bruce saving himself, and particularly his inner child, as he does at the end of the film. but also his want to prevent others from being harmed and to use his connection of trauma with this kid for good. Bruce will do anything to help the world and save people, and this scene could reflect the ending and how it's what's actually the most important to him. This represents that Bruce is no longer focused on his child self after saving him. He let him go, and he's focusing on other matters now. The mother could represent Alfred also, embracing Bruce and becoming more of a parental figure during the third act of the film.
But yeah, that is going to be the end of this part of Hidden Symbolism. Now, this is how the series is going to work. Basically, I'm going to have different sort of segments to the overall analysis, for example, Hidden Symbolism, and then there's going to be a visual element, sound design, and a bunch of different things. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this part. I've not seen a lot of the Batman analysis videos, but I'd like to think that I'm bringing something new to the table here. I'm bringing something fresh to it. If you're wondering, you love the Batman so much, why don't you watch a lot? This is because I'm quite analytical and critical about people's opinions with the Batman, because it's just so close to me, I think it's perfection. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this got you thinking. I hope this got you to be more introspective, analytical, theoretical about films, and just see them in a more metaphorical way. I think it's really good to just train yourself to think in a certain way. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you all for the support as usual, and I'll see you out there neon hunting.